Hello, everyone. This is Duran's Healing, and welcome to tonight's Healing Circle. For those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel, where I provide weekly energetic updates for the collective. And as I began to blaze this fire tonight, gather around and contribute your very powerful energy. Whether it be a like, a share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And with that being said, let's jump right into the stones to see what's going on out here in the cosmos. And the message that's speaking the loudest is coming from your spirit guides, your ancestor team, or your higher team, and they're in the earth. Which lets me know they're saying it's time for you to come home. Come home to yourself to ground your energy back into reality. And being that the earth stone is right next to your ancestor, your spirit guide stone, landing itself in the water, it lets me know they're moving things, pushing you in this direction. You may feel like things may be coming towards you, or you may be feeling like you're being pushed in a certain direction. Either way, the energy is moving. The energy around you is very fluid. And this is due to your higher energy's attempt to ground you in the place that you belong. And it's in community. Oh, your community is waiting for you to take ownership of who you are and the healing role that you possess. Right here, right now. The time is now, is what I'm hearing. This is what you've been longing for. For quite some time, you may have been looking, searching for a place of belonging. But this is happening on a deep level, on a spiritual level, where the stars are aligning for you. This is quite literally the time for you to rise to the occasion. There are people in a community that are at your feet, ushering you in to a certain energetic space that you have an energetic advantage of. Like you're sitting in a seat of power, like your energy is above the rest. This has more to do with you being in a higher state of consciousness, ready and willing to serve the people around you, to uplift them, to help them rise to their own occasion. There's something about your frequency here, being able to match in on the very frequency that you're being pulled in on. Is something about the law of attraction here. There is a lot going on in the cosmos about the supply and demand, something about the stars aligning, something about the energies coming together at the right time, at the right moment. I can see a manifestation of your deepest desires, a manifestations of your dreams are right here and available for you. These people, these energies that you will come in contact with, you can see them very clearly through your third eye, through your visions, through your intuition. This is why you're seated above. Your insight and awareness will be able to allow them to feel like they belong, because it's like you're able to articulate to them what their needs are, where their deficiencies lie. And they will welcome it with warmth. They will welcome it as this energy that is here to help them rise. They can sense it, and they will gravitate towards you. But there's something here that you can see in them, or see in the energies that you help them escape or bypass low-level energies. You will help them rise above dense and dark energies to help them see the larger vision of their world. Not only that, those who have done the work on themselves, who have gotten themselves to a significantly higher level than those around them. You will be able to help them connect their dreams with the money. You will be able to help usher or guide them in the right direction to cement their dreams into reality. There's something about a home, this home-based frequency that the higher energy is pushing towards you, is reflecting outside of you. It's rippling through you. And you're able to help ground others people's dreams in this paradigm. That's why your energy is being pushed in this way, to help guide people where they belong, to help guide people to their rightful place. And it comes with abundance because you are abundant. You may not be a materialistic person. You may not care very much for monetary gains. You may not care for the attention, the likes, all these attraction that comes along with your energy. However, you can get it in a second. If you wanted to, you could. But that's not your interest. Your interest has more to do with helping others, guiding others, healing other people so that they can become better, so that they can attach themselves to their own abundance. That is what sparks your interest. That is what lights you up and will help you navigate further along your journey, even though there may be a bit of hesitation for you. But this hesitation to me is more about being in contact with people. There's something in your frequency that malfunctions when you pick up on or are around a lot of energies. I'm not particularly sure what this is about, but it may have to do with the way you're calibrated. You're of a high frequency and you tend to work better alone in isolation, so you can feel the energies moving through you. But as you're being pushed forward, you know you're going to be around a lot of different people, a lot of different energies, and you always have to filter yourself out so you can calibrate yourself to be able to move further along. This is your hesitation, dealing with this process. But you will get past it. You will get through this. You will move beyond it when you connect with the people, when you connect with community, because this energy of helping others will help you rise above any things or any fears or any doubts that comes your way or comes within your orbit. Because you will find as you matriculate down this energy, the people will radicalize you. They will spark you up. They will excite you, bringing awareness to your mind about situations and issues that you weren't privy to due to your position of being in hermit mode, being in isolation, dwelling in the spirit world. But as you come down, as you integrate yourself with the masses, you're starting to see these people are really quite smart. These people are really quite educated in realms that you weren't privy to. And this excites you at the amount of work that others have been doing on their journey. And this will spawn a level of creativity within you. It will burst outside of you, sparking you up in a way that you can't even account for the energies that are moving through you, but you will calculate the wisdom. Because that is what sinks you into reality. That is what keeps you on the straight and narrow. But I'm very interested about this creativity that will burst through you when you connect with the community. What is this creativity ring about for the collective? And the cards that came out were Portal, Friends, Libation, a Blank Card, Gateway, and Process Mechanism. And what I'm downloading here is that when you step into the arena of the masses, it's like a portal will open up for you. A new gateway where you can see into the energetic frequency of the very energies around you. You won't be weighed down by the current paradigm of having friends This is not what you're here to do, is create friendship groups or subscribe yourself down to a certain timeline that will hold you down. No, you will be much more liberated than that. You will have friends, but in a much more freer way. You will come and go as you please, and they will love you just the same. You won't be bound by restrictions of what a friend should be and how you should show up and the way you should show up. This may be something you've suffered from or dealt with in your previous lifetime or your previous timeline, but not in this new way, not in this new territory. And the blank card came out. This lets me know it's not telling me exactly what your creativity is, because you have to be connected with energies and frequencies of the masses for your creativity to blossom. When you meet with the right kinds of people, that's when it will show up. The process is going through the process. I can't even tell you this. They don't want you to get a glimpse of it ahead of time. What they're telling me is that you must move forward first. Experience it first. Then you will see how your creativity will blossom when you meet with these kinds of people. And I could tell you right now, because portal and gateway came out, it will be otherworldly in reference to your dreams. You see, gateway, portal, but yet you're still at the center. Whatever your dreams and desires are, the masses, people in your community will help create that for you, will help piece the puzzle together. Very intricate message. Very powerful. And you will feel a sense of grace, a sense of joy being here, almost overwhelmed by the way the water is moving through you or moving to you, opening up these gateways and these portals. And these people will help you fulfill your dreams without them knowing. It's aligning you with the people that can help you manifest your dreams. This is the timeline you're on. This is the reality of why your spirit guides of your ancestor team are pushing you to come back home, to ground yourself. The people are here. The energies are here to make it happen for you. Very powerful message. And not only that, jumping back into the stones, I can see your heart showing up here. It's as if you will feel your heart burst with joy. You will feel a level of excitement, like this is what you've been waiting for all along. Some of you have been on this journey for quite some time. A lot of tumultuous energy, but this is the time. Now is the time where you get to experience joy, where you get to experience liberation and happiness and peace and get to dwell in it with others that are radiating on the very same frequency that you're on. A community of people, like-minded people that will usher you in as a leader, that will pull on your energy as a leader, that may feel quite overwhelming with the amount of responsibility, but you're honored by it. You're fortified by it because you spent a lifetime on your spiritual journey alone. And now as you get ushered in into this new wave of energy, they're saying you will not have to spend the latter part of your life alone. You've met your people. You will meet your community and they're waiting for you. Period. Very powerful message. And if you've stayed with me thus far, please be sure to like, to share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And with that being said, I'm going to shift the energy to see what other messages the higher energy has in store for us tonight. And as I look back into the original ancestor stone here, grounded in the earth, on one side of the stone was the earth stone. But on the other side, quite to the contrary, it is your nature stone, the stone of change, transformation, on the insides of you while you're grounding your energy to this paradigm, to this new earth, to this new timeline. And you may be going through a transition, integrating yourself. When I'm seeing you coming off a wave of energy and stepping into a new world, a new timeline, and your energy may be going through a bit of a change as you hone in on what you're coming out of and welcome in on what you're stepping into. You may have given a world of glimpse of your energy. Some of you may have stepped out and shown the wild side of yourself, shown the true nature of your energy. But this was the initial beginning of what you're here to do, what your energy is here to do for this planet. And it comes with a great deal of sophistication. And you can't tuck it back in. The energy is saying it's time for that sophisticated part of yourself to come out, to change the world around you, because this sophistication that you carry has the power to unlock the door of this unique component or this unique area in the world around you, in the world of magic that people have been longing for. They've been longing for this type of energy that excites them, that sparks the interest of the spirit inside of them, that lets them know that they can be themselves. But this is your life's work. You will find the more that you express yourself out to the fullness, express your sophistication out in what you know, people, not only people around you will gravitate towards you, but the higher energies of this otherworldly frequency will pour into you, letting you know that this is what you were born for. This is why you were birthed to this planet, and they will make it crystal clear. You cannot deny it. You will never have to wonder. Even if you have a shadow of a doubt, it will clear away any doubt, because the frequencies around you will be so pure and so true, you yourself couldn't even deny these claims. But what I will do is invest in the cars to see what your sophistication will unlock in this paradigm. I'm so interested in this. Very unique. The positioning of these stones here. What is the sophistication that the collective will unlock for this paradigm? And the cards that came out were science, redefine yourself, pulling it in, honesty, change, and impossible. And what I'm downloading here is that you are quite the dreamer. You've had dreams about your future, and it hasn't changed. It may have shifted. It may have made some adjustments, but the vision that you have seen yourself in, now is the time for you to stake your claim. And the way the stones in the cosmos are revealing to me is that you're feeling this energy, you're feeling this wave, and you're alchemizing yourself as you shift throughout these energies. You yourself may not even know that you're changing in this way, but you can feel it. There may be sequence of events, circumstances, very radical experiences that you may have undergone in the past 6 months that may have been hell in your world. But little did you know there was science behind it. Science behind pushing your energy to what was coming for you. And in order for you to get prepared, in order for your spirit to be prepared for this shift, you had to go through something radical. Very difficult, very life-changing, very out of sorts for you. But now that you're drawing it all in, now that you're understanding why you pulled in these experiences, you're redefining yourself in an honest way. You're redefining your experience, good, bad, negative, positive. It doesn't matter. You're hoarding it inside of you and morphing it into something positive and allowing this energy to redefine itself, to turn itself in, and allowing it to change your energy towards something much more in alignment with your core frequency. And by you doing this, there's a science here. There is an energetic scientific coding that is formulating itself frequently to make you to be the owner of this property, to be the owner of this formula, to allow yourself to teach others how to do it. It's like the Pythagorean Theorem. It's like Sir Isaac Newton in the theory of light. You're a scientist creating your own theory. You're using yourself as a mouse in the scientific lab to test your own theory, to test your own laws, to verify the efficiency of your theory, of your thought process, of your idea, surrounding, allowing tumultuous experience to be used through you and metamorphosize itself, alchemize itself through you to make you a better person. And because you've allowed this transition, to allow this scientific formula to move through you, you can verify that anything is possible. Nothing is impossible as long as you transmute it and allow it to move through you in a positive way. Your mind is sequencing in on the good, on the higher good of your visions, of your dreams. You know, if you stayed the same and didn't allow this energy to move through you, you wouldn't be where you are now, making your theory null and void. But now you can confirm that your theory is now a law. You're now telling others your theory, your philosophy of how to become higher. It makes it relatable. Bottom of the deck of this deck of cards is Pluto. Pluto at one point was considered a planet, and then it wasn't. At one point you considered yourself to be of a certain vibration. At one point you considered yourself to be challenged, to be troubled, to be problematic. But now that you no longer consider yourself on these calibrations, on these wavelengths, on these negative languages and words that you use to identify yourself, you now can subscribe to something much more higher, redefining what you viewed yourself as before. Science changed all the time, testing theories. But now you can verify yourself because you've allowed the science to move through you, unlocking the door. This is what you have unlocked. This is the key that the world, that this planet has been missing. Because science doesn't make sense for them. You being who you are, going through what you just experienced, can now translate it to them, articulate it to people. Articulating high science to people on a mundane level. It doesn't matter where they are. You know how to tell people how to alchemize themselves. You're telling people how to use science to help them be a better version of themselves. A modern day scientist. This is what the world needs. This is what your life's work is attached to. And you will use this. You will do this in regular conversation. You don't even have to be a professor on this high level teaching a class. This is not what I'm seeing here. This is you meeting the masses where they are and telling them how to get out of the rut. Telling them how to move beyond staying stuck on a low-level frequency, staying stuck in their mind, staying stuck in the intellectual process of it all, and helping them move through the spirit. Move through energies, move through the frequencies. It's like you're a master. And it's because it's your life's work. This is what's becoming crystal clear to you. A new age scientist communicating to the world around you about the science, the math, and how to use it in their day-to-day life. Period. Very complex message. Very large message. Thank you all for being here with me in tonight's Healing Circle. Wow. I am very impressed. I love to see this. I love to see you all show up very powerfully in your most authentic way. And if you stayed with me thus far in this very intricate reading, please be sure to like, to share, to subscribe, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And with that being said, I'm going to change the trajectory again to see what other messages the higher energy would like for me to convey with you all at this time. What other messages the higher energy would like for me to convey with the collective? And the cards that came out were subspace, dimension, travel, ancient, space, and sun. And what I'm downloading here is that there is something otherworldly about your energy. It's like you're tapped into another world, carrying the frequency of another dimension. But somehow you're able to time travel. You're able to travel from one dimension to the next, carrying ancient wisdom, holding the space for the spirit world, the magical world, and the paradigm that you live in, making you shine like the sun. This is your brilliance. This is what allows your energy to excel beyond this paradigm, beyond any measures. Anything that tends to hold you down, it will be shut down because you will navigate yourself beyond it. You will wiggle your way through it because you are of the highest light. This is what is the difference in your energy. This is what makes you different. Different than the people around you, making you be on a heightened position from the masses. And you take this with honor. You take this with pride, being able to be the one, to be a carrier of information and to be a carrier in itself, traveling. It's like you can't believe that you're doing this. And a lot of times I can see some of you don't believe that you're doing this. Some of you wake up and feel like you haven't slept at all. It's because you've been traveling, working overtime in the spirit world, in a subspace dimension, carrying ancient wisdom, ancient knowledge from one dimension to the next. Some of you, I can see your sleep pattern may be a bit different. You may wake up in the wee hours of the night. And little did you know, this was the time, this subspace dimension, this subspace window, where you align with the other world, where you're congruent with Orion's belt, where you're congruent with the star system. And they're funneling it into you information like water, through your dreams, through your visions. This wisdom that you have will sink into your body. And you wonder, why do you know all that you know? Sometimes you know things about situations, informations about history that you never read about. How did it seep into your mind? It's because you're tapped in to another world. And this frequency, your frequency is altered. Your frequency is made anew, granting you a different level of power between the world of the spirit and the 3D world. Putting you in a very unique position of power to move the way you do, to think the way you think. You were born for this. You were built this way. You were calibrated this way. Now is the time to not be afraid of your difference in your energy, not being afraid of being the black sheep. It was all for a divine reason. And now that the tide is turning, it's all going to make sense for you. But it will take time to peel back the layers of all these intricate energies that you carry. I'm just here to tell you what you're carrying. Period. Very powerful message. This is why I created this channel. This channel is for healers. This channel is for those of you who are on a spiritual journey. And I would not be able to pick up on this level of depth that is moving throughout the cosmos if it wasn't for you. Thank you all for being here and joining me in tonight's healing circle and contributing your very powerful energy. And with that being said, I'm going to take this time to come down and close out tonight's healing circle. And I will see you all at the next